Welcome back, you guys. It is time. It is time to make zucchini pineapple for the first time this year. Now, we made zucchini pineapple last year. That was the first time I made it ever. It was delicious, fantastic, amazing, loved it. Canned pineapple is something we never have in this house because my husband doesn't like it. But canned zucchini pineapple, it was a go. He said it wasn't, but when I used it and didn't tell him, he liked what I made, so we're good. I am going to make a double batch, and the reason I'm making a double batch is because I want to try the two different methods for canning it and see which method I like better. So last year I only diced the zucchini, and this year I'm going to do one batch with diced zucchini and one batch with shredded zucchini. So I need to get all of these off of the cutting board so that I can get started. So we're going to peel them, dice them, count out 4 quarts worth, and then we will be making some zucchini pineapple. I also have out 2 different peelers. I just used this one to peel some potatoes. I want to try to use this one because my hand is a little bit sore. I did a project recently where I put up shelves in my closet, and by recently I mean like 2 or 3 days ago, but I have a bad hand anyways, I want to try using different ones. Oh, for Christmas or my birthday, my husband got me these don't cut yourself gloves. And I want to wear that, not so much because I'm afraid of cutting myself, but because the zucchini gunk gets stuck to your hands and it's like impossible to get it off. So I am going to peel this zucchini first. And once I'm done peeling them all, we'll start chopping them and we'll be moving right along. So have you guys tried this before? Have you done zucchini pineapple? I mean, I know I love the recipe, but have you tried both shredding and dicing, and which do you prefer? I'm really interested to find out. My favorite way, I think, to use the diced pineapple was in pineapple rice, but that could be even better if I were to use shredded pineapple. So, this little stalk on the end of this is not necessary. Okay. So this year, if you've been around watching the garden videos, you know that I really didn't have good luck with zucchinis. So almost all of these, all of them except for the yellow one, the squash, are from my friend's garden because she got 1.5 million. And so that was very nice of her to share with me, especially since I had poor luck in the garden this year with mine, which is the first year I've ever had bad zucchini luck. So I'm thinking I will chop off the ends, and then we'll see where the seeds are. And as soon as I get to big seeds, I'll just cut around them. I don't want big seeds. We're about there. I don't want big seeds in there. Yeah, see, huge seeds. Let's see here. Cut around them. I feel like I keep hitting the glove. I usually don't hit myself much when I'm cutting, but these gloves are sticking out a little farther than my fingers do. So we're looking for 4 quarts of zucchini. So once we get there, we can move on to the next step. Okay, I was looking at my pot and it was a 4-quart pot, or at least it had a line for 4 quarts, but it was pretty close to the top, so we're gonna go with not that. So this whole thing filled up is about 5 cups, it says, but these are a little bit big, so I think I'm gonna fill it all the way 4 times. We're gonna call that the amount that we need. This peeler seems to be able to get down a lot deeper than this one. Yeah, this one you need to go over it multiple times. This one is like one swoop and you're good. Okay, we need 3 cups of sugar. Let's get that in here. Let's see here. 1, 2, and 3. And then a cup and a half of bottled lemon juice. Which, fun story, I have been running low on lemon juice. When I decided to make this, I had like a tiny little bit here and just this container, and that was it. I'm trying to see the acidity on them. So I didn't have enough to do a double batch, so I had to wait till I got more. Don't worry, I have more. But I bought this little one thinking, why would I ever need a huge container of lemon juice? Well, we found out. Now I do want to mention that when you're canning, you have to make sure that you're following a safe, tested recipe. I want to show you before my computer dies because it's about to. I have a screenshot here that I took from the National Center of Food Preservation, and that's what I'm using. I actually pinned it. But so make sure you're using a safe, tested recipe. What we need to do with this is get the lemon juice in, get the pineapple juice in, and then this needs to simmer for 20 minutes. So while this comes up to a simmer, I'm going to go check in my backyard to see if there are any zucchinis outside. There might, because I did get that yellow one just last week, or actually it was just a few days ago. And then I will come back in, and hopefully by then we're started to simmer and we can start the 20-minute timer. And then these will water bath for 20 minutes. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay. Onto the stove this goes. All right, fresh glove. I have the pot boiling. It's not boiling yet, but it's getting ready to boil. I also have the canner. I added some water and vinegar. I have 8 jars over to my right that have water in them. They're heating up. And then 8 jars over to my left for this batch. So let's get to shredding. I wonder if I want, I might peel it all first and then shred it, because I'm gonna be using this hand, and we'll see. Okay, a decision's been made. I do not want to manually do all of those. I'm missing a piece. So I'm going to get a little bit of help for shredding them. So let's see, I think I need to go, yeah, this direction. So this comes up to 8 cups of liquid. So hopefully I can fill this twice. 8 cups of liquid, 8 cups of anything, I guess. We'll see. see here. So this is jam-packed full to the top. Should be 8 or 9 cups. You know, there were not any zucchini outside, but what might have saved us is the fact that yellow zucchini was mostly usable pieces. Not too shabby. The 4-cup line is right there. We're exactly there. We got exactly the amount that we needed, and I dehydrated some. Let's see if we're boiling. We are now boiling. So that needs to go for 20 minutes, then I'm going to jar it, then I am going to cook these up in that same pot so I don't have to get everything so sticky. And then we will be moving. But in the meantime, I need to get all of this stuff that I used to prep cleaned up. We have just now gotten to 20 minutes. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm thinking that side's hot. Yeah. I like to put it to the front. Seems to make it easier. Now, where do I stick the lid? Okay, let's grab some jars. I did get everything cleaned up, so that's fantastic. We're going to fill these to 1/2 inch headspace. And this water is boiling away, so we're doing good. So I'm making sure to wipe my rims because pineapple juice is sticky and I do not want my seals to have issues because of pineapple juice being on them. Set my canner lid on top just to keep the heat in, but this needs to heat for 20 minutes. We're not pressure canning, we're water bath canning. I just happen to have the lid there. And then I'm going to get the second batch going. So let's grab everything.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Let's get this in here. I don't want to just dump it. There's a little bit of the juice left in there, but that'll be just fine. So it's the exact same juice that we're going to be using for this batch. And I got exactly 8 pints, which was perfect because that's how many fit on the bottom of my canner. Okay, here's the 1.5 cups of lemon juice. the 3 cups of sugar. I don't know why I felt like I needed to be on my tippy toes to do that, but here goes the pineapple juice. Back to the heat. Well, doesn't this look oddly satisfying? I've never done it this way before. I wonder if this will just be super fantastic. Could you believe it? Like a zucchini pineapple bread, but with it shredded, I think would be so much better. All right, round number 1 is done. I let the canner sit without the heat on for 5 minutes, and I just started the 20-minute timer on batch number 2. Batch number 2 has been sitting in the canner, not in the canner. Batch number 2 has been coming up to a boiling temperature while this batch has been going. These look so good. I'm trying to do like rows of these and then rows of the next one. At first I thought I'd just go straight back, but I think I want a little bit of each. Okay, I'm going to get some water added to here, woo, and get it back up to boiling. So let's turn it on, because we'll be getting more jars in here in about 20 minutes. This is so different. Whoa, I gotta be careful. Okay. All right, we just have a little teeny tiny bit down in the bottom. It's probably not even enough for a full jar. Well, maybe 1 jar, but I'm not going to run a whole nother jar canner load for just 1 jar. We have this going. I'm gonna get the lid back on just to keep the heat in, and then there is our batch 1. So we are almost done. Okay, last batch coming out of the canner. These look so incredibly different. I love it. I'd bring them over to show you, but I'm terribly afraid of burning myself. So we are going to leave them over here. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. This is so fun. I love canning, and this is one of my favorite things to can. So the fact that we got to do that today is just amazing. I did this last year, so if you didn't see last year's video, definitely go check it out. I will have it linked over here. And then if you're interested in canning some other things, I will link them, the playlist, down below. I'm confused. I'm like, where am I going to stick this last one? There's 1 more jar than there's room for. So, maybe I'll make room for it right there. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.